Okay, bro, so today I want to tell you about some things that I've been using that made my work a lot easier mentally, let's say, and I became therefore way more consistent with my tasks that I needed to do. Right, so please take notes. Please take notes because they're some aspects that you probably won't remember if you don't note them down. So please note them down. Note them down. Otherwise, you're not serious. Okay. Okay. So let's get into the first one. The first trick to mentally make this easier. Right. So let me tell you this for a short story. So some days ago, I was at my grandparents in the countryside. I was doing my 10.5 kilometer run, and guess what? As I was going from my grandparents' house to the somewhat next village and then back, I realized, okay, that's somewhat almost an hour. And usually the Tempo 5K mini marathon that I'm preparing for is 1 hour and a half. Well, that's 1 hour and a half max, right? And so I thought, okay, well, that's basically, I can just focus instead of 1 hour and a half. I can think about, okay, 30-minute runs, right? And so when I began focusing my attention on that, okay, on the first 30-minute one, suddenly became way easier. Now, obviously, I can still do the full run. I've done it before, of course. I've done it. Not that big of a deal. But thing is, it made it mentally easier, and you can get yourself into taking action through basically this concept that I learned from MJ DeMarco that I remembered on this run. Basically, breaking down goals and specifically here on this topic, tasks, breaking tasks down into their smallest components, right? Now, some examples for let's say can be, okay, that this the run that I told you, or for making a video. One can be, okay, getting the idea. Two, actually making the script. Three, making the video, like filming it. Four, editing it. And five, posting it. Something like this, right? For example. So yeah, that's kind of it. And you can literally make yourself go from, oh, look at this hard task, to now thinking, okay, well, there's only a couple steps that I gotta do. I think even yesterday I needed to make a reel, and I thought, oh, I gotta make it, whatever, for Instagram. But then I thought, well, it's not that hard. I just, pull my phone up, I press record, and I make the video. Then I edit it, do whatever, this and that. The thing is, it was not that hard. So we can get ourselves into action by making it way more simple. Complexity is the enemy of productivity. You gotta make sure you make it simple, because otherwise it will be at least way harder to stick to all this, right? So that's one thing. And also, let's say with fitness, for example, right? One, you work out, you train, you do your training. Two, you eat good and you track each day's macros and calories. Three, you rest well. Four, repeat. That's it, right? And there's so many more examples, and you literally break each and every single one down, so that it is mentally easier to process, so that you actually start taking action on that. Now, next thing is setting yourself not a lot, but a few important tasks. Otherwise, you'll just be like so many people that give themselves so many tasks in their to-do list, but they just don't end up completing them. And guess what happens? Their confidence gets lower because they did not take the box. They give themselves all these tasks to do. Their mind constantly sees that they keep losing, right? So thing is, put in your to-do list. I, for example, do it on my phone. It's way easier. And you might even have an option for it, or download an app and just put some tasks in there for the day. Complete them. There you go. That's the key tip here, right? You gotta be from 1 to, let's say, 5 are the most important ones, not some random ones that are not productive, that just waste your time. Because look, you don't want to just feel busy. You want to actually be productive and get things done that will move the needle, that will actually get you progress, right? So thing is, give yourself a few key tasks that will be important for you in that day. And I remember one time, it was Saturday, I was here in my room. By the way, sorry for all the things that you might see in the background. We're currently in construction stuff. I mean, at least one room, the kitchen, and stuff, and we needed to put some more stuff in here, but whatever, that's besides the point. So I woke up here in my room someday, it was a Saturday, and yeah, I went here to my desk, I opened my laptop, and I said to myself, finally, no school for this week anymore. I mean, to go to it physically. And so I said, finally, I can just, focus on my productive work. And guess what happened? After a couple hours, I realized, oh wait, I didn't actually get anything productive done. And I asked myself why, I was speaking to God like I usually do. If you think it's weird, don't know why, be on your path with God. And so I was speaking with God, and I was asking him, God, how did I manage to even do this? Because I'm supposed to be a disciplined individual, like what happened? And so an answer came to mind. I was thinking, oh yeah, of course. The thing is, I did not give myself any tasks to do for that day. I did not plan what to work on. That was the thing. And they might say, oh, but Sebastian, didn't you have a schedule? Yeah, of course I did. But the thing is, okay, you have the time. Let's say I don't remember exactly the time that I was working on at that point, but let's say from 6 to 7 or 6 to 8. Okay, work. Well, what do I do? Well, YouTube stuff, right? And making these videos, content, whatever. Thing is, what to work on, right? There's so many tasks I can do within that work time scheduled in the Google Calendar, right? I mean, I can prepare for the next video, I can script it, I can film it, I can edit it, I can think of some other stuff to do. I mean, the courses, making the courses and focusing on that, or learning some other stuff for this thing. And there's so many possibilities, right? So many things. But I did not plan what to do between them. And so the thing is, I ended up wasting a lot of time because I did not plan anything to work on, right? So yeah, I ended up wasting a bunch of time. So thing is, plan some things you were gonna do today and do that every day, literally, and put it in your to-do list. Boom, hit each and every single one. Your confidence increases, your productivity increases, your standards of discipline increase. The next thing is the time system. Is actually having a schedule. If you don't have one, I truly recommend it to you. I remember it was a couple years ago, I think, perhaps in the beginning of my early self-improvement days, and I was taking a walk in the countryside with my grandparents, and I was listening to Jordan Peterson, and he talked about this concept of having a schedule, like managing your time, something like this. And I was thinking, okay, perhaps I should make my schedule, And from that point on, I began using one, and of course it changed. I messed up quite sometimes, but I still use it today. Of course, different because I've been, changing it, and it's a good thing to do, by the way. Don't stress over it. And thing is, I still use it because it's so helpful, right? So even recently, I tried to think, okay, maybe it would be beneficial for me to try one day or something without a schedule and see how it is. Guess what? I did not like it. I did not even want to do the full day. Because point is, it's kind of unproductive, You just kind of do whatever you feel like it. That's not productive, man. Now, obviously, I don't really have bad habits in terms of wasting time on the... I don't really do that. I either learn or something, or I could perhaps do some other fun things like spending time in nature, drawing, art, whatever. Point is, that's not really the most productive kind of system for that, right? Way. So, thing is, I said to myself, now I actually want to focus on my schedule. So, bro, it's super important because you literally know each and everything that you gotta do and at what time. And you can be so productive with it. Simply put. I mean, I remember even one time when I found out about that thing with the tasks, right, or something like this, and I improved my schedule a bit. And as I was going back from school, back home, and I remembered of this, I literally got so excited and I had a big smile on my face, and I began walking faster home because I was excited to go and hit my schedule, with all my productive work tasks and good habits, and you get the point. And so, thing is, it massively helps you. I tell you. You might say, "Oh, but Sebastian, I don't know. I don't like schedules. I want to have time freedom." Bro, trust me. You can make it however you want. That's the beautiful point here, and you can change it when you want. And thing is, it will help you a lot. Think about it. You literally have Parkinson's law there. What I mean by this is, let's say you set the time for 1 hour or 2 hours for a productive work task. Well, guess what? You'll probably complete it in that 1 or 2 hours, because that's how Parkinson's law works. What deadline of time you put yourself, you'll probably hit it. And I did that with my exams as well. I mean, with Parkinson's law, right? I had pre-exam tests and exam tests on 3 different subjects, same difficulty, same amount of exercises, same amount of time. And guess what? Before knowing this, I completed them in like 2 hours, or even slightly bit more. They gave us a bit more time. But then after that, I learned about Parkinson's law from Tim Ferriss's book, The 4 Hour Workweek, and as I was reading it, and I began applying it. What do you think it happened? What do you think happened? Of course, it sounds silly, but I gave myself the goal and I knew that I would probably not hit it, but at least it would be way faster, right? So I gave myself the goal to complete each and every single one, like of those exams in 30 minutes. 30 minutes compared to 2 hours. Obviously, I did not complete them in like 30 minutes, but what ended up happening, is that I completed each and every one at least 20 to 30 minutes or even more faster compared to all those other ones that were pre-exam tests. Same difficulty, same exercises, same amount of time. Think about it. So yes, it works massively because it's incorporated in this principle of the schedule, the time system. And it's amazing. You literally have this routine. And it feels so good. It's your routine. You create it however you want. You create your day. And you can make some changes here and there, no problem. The point is that you know exactly what to do and at what time. You don't have any excuses. And also, a part of your brain, if you still don't want to do this, guess what? That part of your brain that got you into doing those bad habits and make you feel regret because of that and make you feel sad and depressed, that's the part of your brain who doesn't want you to do this principle, because it knows that you will have no excuses left, because you know exactly what to do and at what time. Unlike now, for example, right? So don't listen to that part of your brain. Break that resistance to its knees, beat it to its knees, and do this principle. Otherwise, you'll just stay unproductive and waste a bunch of time. Now, next is to choose an area of your life that is most important to you at this current time, at this current moment, and actually just go in essentialism mode on that. Just focusing way more on that. So, and I saw this especially, this drive to focus on my one thing. I'll tell you what it is, if I don't forget. But basically, as I was with my grandparents, right? I came back, and now that I don't have, easily, look, I was with my grandparents, it was easy to get outside, it was, a house, but now this is an apartment, right? So it's a bit, a bit more resistance or whatever, or a bit more time, to actually get outside. The thing is, I realize I'm way more focused here simply perhaps because of that or something. And I have this drive to actually focus on this, on building something online, this movement helping you massively for these videos, coaching calls and stuff. By the way, I have free ones for a while. Take advantage of that, because I don't know how much longer I will keep it there, like free and stuff. And focusing on that, and also building some, online income, right, through doing all this. And so the thing is, just that's at least for me my main focus right now. Obviously, I still have some areas that I absolutely love, like fitness, building the physique and stuff. Pretty cool, absolutely love it. And some more things, sure, but like pick that one thing that is like most important for you and just go spend most of your time on that. Even Grant Cardone in his book The 10x Rule, I don't have it there, it's my backpack I think. Well, even he in that book tells you time management is kind of a stupid concept. You might as well just spend most of your time doing the work for the most important thing you have right now. That's basically how it works, and that's what we should be doing. And so the thing is, if for you that thing is fitness, well, focus more on that and research more and do this and that and try this workout, that workout, this diet, that diet. Research about the macros, the calories, weigh yourself, and be careful, weigh yourself before you eat, before you drink in the morning, that's a side note. Stuff like this, whatever you can, or let's say it's money online, like research more about this, like work more on that, or whatever it's your thing, or yeah, basically pick that thing and spend most of your time on that, so that you massively level up. You learn, you implement, and there you go. And it's so fun because it's like this mission, like this grand mission that you're on, and you're in the early days, you're in the grind mode, and with time, you literally end up building some massive stuff, right? So it's pretty cool. And you can help people a lot through this as well. You can make your purpose out of it. Depends what that thing is, right? So I'm helping you right now through these videos and through these coaching calls. I mean, I've been helping some people, and they say that, man, this is super, super valuable, right? So, yeah, awesome. Coaching calls on what exactly, by the way? It's there on discipline, confidence. I teach you how my blueprint for that, because again, I'm not the most disciplined man alive, but I got some pretty good results in terms of this. I went from feeling like a loser, unproductive, not confident at all, to actually now feeling like a winner, being exponentially more productive, exponentially more disciplined. I'm preparing now for a Tempo 5K run race actually, or something like this on 29th of September. And I guess the next time after that, I was thinking perhaps to prepare for a 20K, because I'm pretty sure I can do it. But also, probably I should do an actual marathon, like 26 miles or whatever, 41 kilometers around that. And it's hard, but yeah, why not? So basically, I'm preparing for all that. I'm basically able to run for, 1 hour and a half, 2 hours perhaps, no stop, and all that stuff. And if you think it's easy, go and try it yourself. It's not that easy. So I got some results in this with my physique as well and all that. So I can teach you more on that stuff. Now, next thing, let me look here for my script to make sure I don't miss anything. Okay, so select multiple areas to work on. Okay, so for example, I have my desk here. I can also put my laptop there in my wardrobe, open those doors, and put it on a shelf there. And basically, I work standing on my feet, and it's pretty alright as well. It feels pretty good when I want to just not sit all day on the chair, but actually get up. Or I can work in my bed, like in just like this, or I can make it a sofa, it's that kind of bed, and I can make it like that. So I basically have 3 to 4 work environments in my room alone that I can work in. So that's pretty cool, because when you don't feel like sitting on your desk, you want to just stand up more, you can pick a shelf that is higher up. You put your laptop or your phone there and work there or something, or you work on your sofa or bed or couch, whatever. You get the point. So pick multiple areas to work in, so that when you don't feel like working here, you can work there. And it's pretty cool. And that's good, because of course be in discomfort, but when you work specifically on something productive and you gotta be focused, you don't want distractions, you don't want to feel bad about how you sit or whatever. So you just gotta pick a comfortable place to work in. That's how it works basically, and it will help you. And it's pretty interesting because you change the perspective, the work environment a bit. It's pretty nice. The next thing is for you to begin meditating, and perhaps you know about this, but you gotta become more consistent with it. And look, if you struggle with meditation, put it in the morning. Literally, I struggled with so much in the past with meditation, being consistent with the habit. I just forgot about it in the past, whatever, this and that. But if I just put it in the morning, I just began being way more consistent with it, and now I just do it pretty much every time. Or I do it a bit later if something happens, something intervenes. But basically, it's so much better to just put it in the morning if you struggle with it. Why to meditate? Because it improves your focus. It improves your attention span, the amount for which you can stay focused on a particular task for. And you can use that for your advantage to actually not feel irritated or bored or something, but be super, super duper focused on a specific task. Yeah, it helps a lot. So what you do is basically you put an alarm for how many minutes. I do right now 20, but I did not start with that, right? You might even fall asleep. You gotta be careful. And also, to have better results with meditation, perhaps don't meditate exactly after you ate, because you can fall asleep easier, because food also makes you a bit perhaps sleepier. So pick a time in the day and schedule it there, right? Pick, some minutes, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, and then gradually raise it up sit in a comfortable place, close your eyes, focus on your breath, feel it, be aware of it, and then you'll start having some random thoughts. Now then you gotta be aware that, okay, I no longer focus on the breath, I actually have these thoughts. And that's a good thing, because the next step is realizing that you got to get away from those thoughts and focus back on the breath. You do that, boom, that's like a rep, you know. And for the mind, for increasing your mindfulness and your focus. And the more, pardon me, and the more you do this, the more you will train your mind to get back to the task you were focusing on, and either way your attention span automatically will increase, right? So you'll be able to focus on a particular thing for way longer and be in flow state, and therefore be super productive, because you're no longer super distracted. And another thing is, don't have so many noisy distractions and notifications. Literally, bro, if you have notifications on your phone, what are you doing? Now, fair enough, you might leave that for the messages, for the calls, but whatever else, just turn them off. Imagine if I literally recorded a video and boom, notification on my phone, notification on my laptop. That would be just stupid for you and me. That would be disrespectful for both of us, right? Because of me, in that case. But I don't have them. Why? Because it's so much easier like this. I don't get distracted. It's so much better. I even close the window. You don't really hear the noise outside pretty much at all. It's so much better for this particular subject. I mean, this particular time with me recording right now. So pick and choose the things that you know for sure distract you, and just do your best to eliminate them, or change the environment, or work at a specific time when you don't have those distractions. Perhaps work in the morning or something, like super early, for example. And those are some tips basically that helped me a lot to become a lot more focused and a lot more consistent with my tasks. Come on, bro, it's not that hard actually. I hope you took notes and start implementing some of them right now. You can jump on a free coaching calls if you want to, and yeah, I mean, the guys there that I had coaching calls with said that is pretty super helpful for them. So if you're interested, you can go there. You'll have there then a link on Gmail for the call. And yeah, watch more videos if you're liking this topic, and remember, we're limitless because we never peak if we so choose to. And I'll see you in the next one. Peace.